Hello, viewers. This is Vibhuti Jha. This is Sanatan World, and this is a day, April 4th, May 4th, sorry, May 4th, which is a real, true, victorious day for Sanatan warriors all over the world. This is very significant victory that BJP and NDA achieved in West Bengal, something that nobody imagined, considering the violence, the threat of violence that Mamta and her supporters had threatened people with. That if you vote for BJP, we are going to come and kill you, and we know your name and address, including police officers. So, from that point of view, BJP nearing 200 or getting past 200 is a brilliant victory. Congratulations to all the leadership for accomplishing that. Congratulations to all the voters who did not get intimidated and threatened by the TMC's call to annihilate them. I'm so proud of the Sanatan warriors, the who arose, awakened, asserted, and acted. My favorite four A's, which I always tell my people, that when will Hindus and Sanatanis arise, awaken, assert, and act, even after knowing how the anti-Sanatani forces have been attacking us forever since. This is a great victory. I'm also very delighted that with the end of TMC and communism in West Bengal, there would be very significant development efforts made. But remember, what happened to the Sanatan hater, the guy in Tamil Nadu, whose name is Stalin? Has he gone to Stalin's grave now? This is very important. He got, the retribution that happened to him for abusing Sanatani as dengue and cockroach and whatever else vulgar names that he said, and he said, we will crush it. Remember Kharge of Congress Party, who said the Sanatan must be decimated and destroyed because Sanatan is evil. Even though Mr. Kharge's family was killed by the Razakars in Hyderabad, he still was championing their cause. So these two are destined to dust. And so is Rahul Gandhi. Congress party did not get a single seat in West Bengal or in Tamil Nadu. Yes, they are forming the government in Kerala, but that's the last bastion. And that also will go, I'm 100% sure, with the account opening of BJP with 2 or 3 seats in Kerala. This is very, very important. In Tamil Nadu, the victory of Vijay, who is also a Christian, is very interesting. Perhaps people wanted change very seriously, and Stalin's abusive behavior was not going to work. That the dictatorship of family rule, which happens in Congress, which happens in other domestic parties, that also came to an end. Rahul Gandhi is vacationing somewhere instead of attending to the party causes. And this man single-handedly is responsible for his own party's death and demise. The man who promises 90% reservation in private sector has no reservation in his own party. Think about it from that point of view. This is very critical. I'm particularly delighted that Sanatani, in unison, performed arising, awakening, asserting, and acting. You see the outcome. It is victorious. The victory of Vijay in Tamil Nadu is also very significant. People in Tamil Nadu are always enamored by the star power of MGR, Jayalalitha, and now this man. Previously it was DMK's Karunanidhi ji, who is no more, and that's what is important, the star power. So whether Vijay will become another Stalin is a question that Vijay will have to think again, because he has already, by converting to Christianity, freedom of religion apart, he has also insulted God's original intent. If God wanted him to be anything other than Vijay, he could have given him birth in a family where who would have named him Victor. But that didn't happen. He's Vijay, and I hope he will remember the lessons that Stalin had learned. Now, here is what is important for the Sanatan world. and Sanatanis. Let's not rest, let's not bask under the glory of this win. Remember, the enemies of Sanatan are very persistent, not only in India, but all over the world, to destroy Sanatan and Hindutva the way they are plotting and planning and scheming to do. So, this victory has to be a clarion call to all Sanatanis all over the world to come together. I won't use the word unity, but I would say come together and understand the confluence of interest and the convergence of, you know, promises, convergence of requirements. What do we need to do? And what we need to do is to make this movement as a sustained and recurring happening. Very, very important, because just because we, just won today doesn't mean end of the battle. The battle will continue. Those who want to destroy us, they will continue with all their deep efforts, and we have to stand up and be counted. What is important here again is knowing what we know now. Knowing what we know now, where do we go from here? And what do we do next? That's important. And this is the determination that we have to show in every single state in India and every single part of the world where we live. This is this is the key element for our success. You do not forget or forgive your enemy, both together. Either forget or forgive, but don't do both together. And that's the reason why it has been giving us sleepless nights, because they are coming after us. Because the most peaceful practice in the world is Sanatan practice. And we are being branded as evil, or Hindutva, as if Hindutva is an evil. In reality, we are the most liberal, peace loving, and all inclusive element in the world. And that's the message that we have to take forward. It's not that unless you tell others who you are and what you do, they will never care for that. Because remember, the world is clearly divided between elements that are governed by a book, by their mandates, by their strictures, and by their diktats. We go by our independent thinking. And that's what is important, to create a movement, and that's what produced the outcome. The one last thing that I want to add today, in a quick snap of the election, is is the fact that there is no magic wand. When in 2014 Mr. Modi won the elections, at that time I had warned him. I had written an article actually in which I said his two biggest challenges will be managing the bureaucracy, which is entrenched with power seeking people, and they who like continuance, who don't like change of guard. Two, what I also say is, you do not want I wanted him to know to manage people's expectations. I earlier referred to the magic wand. Modi or Amit Shah don't have a magic wand to abracadabra and change the things. Change is a very painful thing. Transformation is a very difficult task. And for those two things to happen, you have to embrace truth, Satya. If you do not accept the truth, change and transformation will not happen. So we have to remember that but for the people's movement that happened in West Bengal, despite the tragedies that TMC heaped on BJP workers, RSS workers in West Bengal, people remember to do something about it. Modi and Amit Shah cannot do everything on their own. They need you and I. And I would urge everybody to remember that part. You and I need to get active on our front foot or back foot as the situation demands, and then bat your lifeline on that order. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends, I am particularly very delighted that this victory in West Bengal, decimation of DMK, Stalin, not DMK, but Stalin as a person, these elements have to go. Rahul Gandhi has been shown his place. They don't belong anywhere. Congress doesn't belong anywhere. The entire Indie alliance is against us. So, my question here also to every Hindu, every Sanatani is, ask those Hindus and Sanatanis who vote for these parties, why are you doing so? It's important to ask because they will not win the election unless the Hindus vote for them. And that's a matter of concern and a matter of shame to those Hindus who still support them. Think, and that's what we have to do. At every individual level, we have to create a collective effort. This election victory is as much of exercise of individual franchise as much as it is of a collective, that you cannot insult Durga Puja worshippers, that you have to take permission to do the puja. And that's the whole worldwide. So you are looking at even globally, our processes, our celebrations are attacked viciously, and we have to fight. So, as I always come to the conclusion, I always say, Satyameva Jayate, truth must triumph. Truth is the only one that triumphs. And for truth to triumph, you and I have to get up and stop and start acting. With these words, I urge you to like, subscribe, and support our channel. Give your feedback. We respect it. Thank you. Satyameva Jayate once again.